I'm happy to be here because it was the idea of your president and myself when I was here in October last year that we should organize such a conference cross-bordering the countries of Southeast Europe, and I think it's good.
Excellent.
And we need always someone who does it. The EPP women, we don't have money, huh? So we need people who serve us, help us, and that is the Konrad Adenauer organization is also not only here, but in the whole region and even everywhere in Europe and in the world, you find them. And they are doing a great work for democracy. They are not focusing on party questions. They are focusing on democracy, on values, and how to bring these values to the people. And this is something, and I have heard that you had a very nice weekend lately in Novi Sad, no? No, yeah.
Also in Novi Sad,
yeah.
now in Ohrid.
Yeah, in Ohrid. Oh, I like it. Huh? In Ohrid, and I think that's what we want, to give young people, especially also women, how to say, the power to engage themselves on all levels where they are needed. Because as Norbert said before, we are half of mankind. And if we look in the different levels, where are we? And there is really a lack of women engagement, not because they don't want to engage, but because they are not really wanted. And you know very well, if they are engaged, not because they are better, but they have other view on things, and they bring other ideas in, and they are much more rooted in the needs of their kids, their grandparents, whoever. So I think they can bring a lot of things in which men are sometimes neglecting, not by force, only because they are looking much more, how to say, politically driven, not so much human driven. And so I think this is what we try to bring in. And at the end it is a win-win situation for all of them, for the men as well. And therefore all my life I'm working or trying to work on this idea to bring at least the knowledge and the engagement of women really on scene. And if I look back in my career, you know, I was 14 years in the German Bundestag, and then I was 25 years in the European Parliament. But when I started in the German Bundestag, I was a kind of quota. There was a Protestant who was running on the list first because there was too much Catholics. The second was a Labour representative, and the third was a woman. And it was clear on this place where I was, I couldn't enter. So I was elected. But unfortunately, the one before me at the end, after 1 year of Prime Member, he died because he had the cancer. So I came in, because I have been a quota. So you see, the problem is, and from this moment on, I could show that I am capable to do what I wanted always to do. And at the end, nobody asked any longer, can she do this, and why she is doing this? She has 2 kids, why she is not at home, and so on and so on. I think we have to prove, and we need women as a model, which give us also the incentive to go forward. And we have a lot of very interesting and good women, and if I can mention one, it is for sure our Chancellor, Angela Merkel, who is really a model on behalf of, how to say, behaving as a politician who is really interested in the welfare of the people and not in her own glory. And that is something which we should keep in mind. Being here in North Macedonia, I am very happy that I see so many women from here, happy that they are from other countries in the region here. And I think we can share a lot of things. And we had in mind to organize this because everybody in his own country, if it is in Albania or in Serbia or here or in Kosovo or wherever, they have experienced sometimes bad things, difficult things, people who don't want them. So I think we should keep all these experiences on our table tomorrow and find out in which way we can counter it. And therefore, I wish us all a very interesting and fruitful meeting here in this nice environment. It's a very nice hotel. I can tell you, it's really great. You see all over the city, in the mountains. So I had taken some photos to show my people at home. Here I am, and I think, yeah, you have to know. A lot of people do not know so much of the region. They are mixing everything. If there is any crazy thing in Serbia, it is seen as it is in Southeast Europe. If it's something crazy here, it is seen as this. And everybody is always guilty for the things which are done in different countries. And we are not really, how to say, making people aware that each of this country has its own tradition, has its own culture, and is so member of this Europe, in which a lot of cultures are present. And this is what we want to change, exchange our culture, our tradition in the European Union, and where you want to join, where you want to go in. I think this is what we want to show, that we are a community of totally diverse cultures, but they are all based on values. And the values, these are the values which are, how to say, Christian, democratic. We are respecting the rule of law. We hate corruption. And this should also be one of our driving force, hating corruption and doing everything that the men in politics do the same, because it is the money of our kids and it's destroying their future if you don't use the money of today for their welfare. And therefore, I think we are together to think on this, to discuss this, and I'm very grateful. There are two men here. One has to be here because he's organizing. He doesn't have to be here, but he wants to be here because he is the president of the party.
And because I respect women.
Yeah, I know. He is totally respecting us. I know it. And I hope that at least the next times, the next weeks are very difficult for all of you, for men and women. And you know very well that without these women, you will never win.
Yes,
so I think they will do its best. They will do their best. And I think I want to say one thing. I wish very much that in all these discussions which you will have in the next days, please keep respect. And respect the others, even if you know that they do bad things. Name your ideas, speak on your ideas, what you want to change on behalf of the kids, on behalf of the healthcare, on behalf of education. Do speak on this, and don't make so much aggressive discussions as I have seen all over the country. It is normal. If I'm in Albania, I know it's the same. They are aggressive, bishops. And women, I think they should not be aggressive, and they are not. And so help the men to do in this way a good campaign. I wish you all the best. Thank you.